Welcome to our deep dive into the complex and often misunderstood relationship between mothers and daughters. In this video, we'll explore real-life case studies, uncover the psychology behind generational trauma, and provide actionable steps to heal and strengthen these bonds. Stay tuned, because what you're about to learn could change your life. Are you tired of feeling misunderstood by your mom? Let's dive into some real-life stories that might sound all too familiar. Case Study 1, Sarah and Lisa. Sarah, a 28-year-old marketing executive, always felt like she was living in her mother Lisa's shadow. Lisa, a successful lawyer, had high expectations for her daughter. Every family gathering turned into a subtle competition, with Lisa constantly comparing Sarah to her own achievements. Sarah recalls a Thanksgiving dinner where Lisa remarked, "When I was your age, I was already a partner at my firm. What's holding you back?" Case Study 2, Emily and Karen. Emily, a 34-year-old artist, struggled with her mother's constant criticism about her career choices. Karen, her mother, never understood Emily's passion for art, and frequently reminded her of the financial instability it brought. During a Christmas dinner, Karen asked, "When are you going to get a real job, Emily? You're not getting any younger." That question hit Emily hard, making her question her life choices and deepening the rift between them. These stories might sound different, but the underlying theme is the same. A mother's well-intentioned comments can sometimes feel like emotional landmines, triggering deep-seated resentment. Let's look at two more real-life stories that dive deeper into the complexities of mother-daughter relationships. Case Study 3, Jessica and Laura. Jessica, a 31-year-old software engineer, often found herself clashing with her mother Laura over lifestyle choices. Laura was a traditionalist who believed in a structured life path: education, marriage, then children. Jessica, on the other hand, was focused on her career and personal freedom. During a New Year's Eve family gathering, Laura asked, "When are you going to settle down and give me grandchildren?" Jessica felt cornered and misunderstood, as if her accomplishments were being overshadowed by her mother's expectations. Case Study 4, Megan and Patricia. Megan, a 29-year-old fitness trainer, struggled with body image issues, partly due to her mother Patricia's constant remarks about appearance. Patricia, who had always been conscious of her own looks, projected her insecurities onto Megan. At an Easter brunch, Patricia commented, "Maybe you should try a different diet, you don't want to gain any more weight." That remark shattered Megan's confidence, reinforcing her feelings of inadequacy and deepening the emotional chasm between them. These stories highlight the nuanced and often painful dynamics that can exist between mothers and daughters. Whether it's about career choices, lifestyle, or body image, these seemingly harmless comments can leave lasting emotional scars. To understand why these mother-daughter dynamics are so fraught, we need to delve into the concept of generational trauma. According to Dr. Judy Ho, a clinical psychologist, generational trauma refers to the transmission of traumatic experiences and emotional pain from one generation to the next. This means the unresolved issues of our mothers and grandmothers can subtly influence our own emotional well-being. Another study by Dr. Rachel Yehuda, a leading researcher in trauma, found that children of trauma survivors often exhibit similar stress responses to their parents, even if they haven't experienced the trauma firsthand. This helps explain why certain patterns of behavior and emotional triggers can persist across generations. Understanding this can provide a framework for why seemingly harmless comments from our mothers can feel so deeply wounding. It's not just about the words themselves, but the historical and emotional baggage they carry. By recognizing these patterns, we can begin to break the cycle of pain and start to heal not just ourselves, but future generations as well. Pause and think. Does this sound familiar? You're at a family gathering and someone brings up a sensitive topic. Maybe it's your career, your relationships, or even your life choices. Suddenly, you feel a wave of emotions: frustration, anger, sadness. Where is this really coming from? Now take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. Have you noticed patterns in the way you react to certain comments or situations? Do these reactions echo the experiences of your parents or grandparents? Pause and think. Are there specific triggers that seem to set off a chain reaction of emotions within you? Recognizing these triggers is the first step towards understanding and healing. By examining these patterns, you can start to untangle the web of generational trauma and move towards a more peaceful and balanced life. Remember, awareness is the key to breaking the cycle and fostering healthier relationships for future generations. And now, let's hear from one of our viewers who has experienced this firsthand. AI voice. My mom always had a way of making me feel like I was never enough. Whether it was my grades in school, my choice of friends, or even the way I dressed, there was always something she found lacking. Growing up, I internalized a lot of that criticism, and it made me second-guess every decision I made. It wasn't until I started recognizing the patterns and understanding where her behavior was coming from that I began to heal. It's a journey, and it's not easy, but acknowledging the root of the problem is the first step. Hearing stories like this one reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles. Many of us carry the weight of generational trauma without even realizing it. By sharing these experiences, we can start to break the cycle together and move towards healing and understanding. And now, let's take a moment to recap what we've covered so far. We've delved into real-life case studies where we've seen firsthand how generational trauma affects individuals. We've explored the psychological roots of this trauma, understanding how deeply it can impact our lives. We've also taken time for interactive reflections, allowing you to introspect and identify patterns in your own experiences. Plus, we've heard a heartfelt testimonial from one of our viewers, highlighting the personal journey of recognizing and addressing these issues. Stick around because we have so much more to uncover about breaking the cycle and finding freedom from generational pain. Why daughters resent their moms, and how to stop. Expanding root causes, holiday triggers, and solutions with additional insights. It starts early. Maybe your mom was overly critical, or maybe she was emotionally absent, or, here's the kicker, she treated you exactly how her mom treated her. This isn't just drama. This is generational pain. And whether she meant to or not, those wounds stick. These patterns can be deeply ingrained. They often go back several generations. Understanding this can be the first step to healing. But here's what no one tells you. Resentment isn't just about what your mom did. It's about what you needed from her, and never got. It's about the emotional support you craved, the understanding you longed for, and the validation you sought but never received. These unmet needs can fester and grow, leading to deep-seated resentment that affects your relationship even today. Holidays? They're like emotional landmines. Suddenly you're 15 again, dealing with the same old arguments. That little comment about your life choices? It's not just a comment, it's a trigger. It hits different when you're surrounded by Aunt Karen and Uncle Bob. The pressure to conform is overwhelming. You're not just mad at your mom, you're frustrated with the entire family dynamic. You're mad at the role you keep getting forced into, the never good enough daughter. It's a cycle that feels impossible to break. The comparison trap. Sis got the praise, you got the side eye. The unspoken expectations. Why didn't you call more? Visit more. The old script replay. Same fight, different year. The pressure to be perfect. Why can't you be more like your sister? The financial strain. Who's paying for what? The emotional labor. Who's doing all the work to keep the peace? You can't change your mom, but you can change how you respond. Name the pain. Mom, when you say, I feel hurt because it seems like you don't trust my decisions. Set holiday boundaries. Let's skip politics this year, okay? Also, let's avoid discussing my career choices. Rewrite the script. What if you reacted differently this time? Instead of getting defensive, try to understand her perspective. And the biggest shift? Recognizing that her criticism? It was never about you. It was about her own unhealed wounds. By acknowledging this, you can start to heal together. This isn't about winning. It's about freedom. Freedom to understand each other, freedom to grow together. And freedom to heal. So this holiday season, take a breath. You're not that little girl anymore. And that resentment? It doesn't have to be your legacy. If this hit home, drop a broken heart emoji in the comments. I read everyone. And if you're ready to deeply heal this relationship, check out my free guide on breaking toxic family cycles, link below. Because you deserve peace. Let's make this holiday different. Remember, understanding the root causes of your feelings can be the first step to healing. Holiday triggers can be tough, but recognizing them can help you navigate the season with more ease. And remember, solutions are within reach. Small steps can lead to big changes. Let's make this holiday season a time of connection and healing. Your story isn't over yet. This tension doesn't define you. Small steps, one honest conversation, one set boundary, can change everything. Your relationship deserves this chance. The healing begins today. If this resonated, tag someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more healing conversations. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.